Oh man, the fake news reporters are out. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this crazy moment when a liberal reporter decides to try to challenge Donald Trump on the fact that he is campaigning in a town that is full of white supremacists, allegedly white supremacists. And Trump has the perfect response for this. This is not the first time that he's been accused of white supremacists and hoaxes, but this time Donald Trump is ready. Let me know where you guys are watching from. As always, make sure to smash the like button. This one is a moment to remember. Donald Trump delivers a mic drop moment. Take a look.
Thank you, everybody, very much.
Thank you for coming. Kamala Harris campaign attacking you for being in his town because they say there are white supremacists here a month ago. They're Democrats.
As you can see, the question, of course, she's going to ask this question. Basically, the reporter is asking, what is your response to Kamala Harris campaign attacking you for being in this town because they say they are white supremacists here?
They're Democrats.
Who was here in 2021? Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, that was too good. That was too good. So Donald Trump says, "Hey, if I'm here in this town and they're attacking me for being here, who was here in 2021 and this same time and this same town that you claim white supremacists are here?" And I want you to hear somebody in the background say they are Democrats. This was one of the he was sharp. Hey, Donald Trump is sharp, man. I know Democrats are trying their best to say that Donald Trump is old now. Now that's the narrative, but this was a very sharp response. One more time.
Thank you, everybody, very much.
Thank you for coming. Kamala Harris campaign attacking you for being in his town because they say there are white supremacists here a month ago. They're
They're
Democrats.
Democrats. They are Democrats. I'm not gonna lie, that got it. Oh, but they're Democrats.
They're Democrats.
Who was here in 2021? Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, that's too good. That was witty. That was sharp. That was an excellent response, man. That was an excellent response. But here's Donald Trump speaking to reporters about they constantly are trying to blame him for the bill, the border bill that allegedly he tried to block. Here's his response to them.
You know, they like to talk. It's all nonsense. That Donald Trump stopped a bill. I was opposed to it. So was everyone else. It was the weakest bill. Under that bill, millions of people would have been allowed to come in. This was a weak bill. But you didn't need a bill. I didn't have a bill. I said, close the border. And that's how we got to those numbers, the lowest ever recorded. I said, close the border. I didn't have a bill. I didn't need a bill. She doesn't need a bill. Biden doesn't know where he is. So where is he? Whatever happened to him? He got out. He got out. He's now sunbathing. He's in a beach someplace. But all he would have to do as president or her is say, close up the border. And it's closed. But they don't want to close the border because when they first took over, I had built hundreds of miles of wall and I had 200 miles of wall in addition to what I said I was going to do because certain areas needed it. As we closed areas, other areas became very, very strong in terms of people wanting to come through. So I bought 200 additional miles. It would have taken him about 3 weeks to erect it. We were all set to erect it. Then we had a terrible election take place, terrible election, and everybody here knows that. And I realized that they don't want to do it.
They don't want to do it. Can they close up the border with an executive order? That's what Trump is saying. They can close it with an executive order. Now, let's go back to yesterday because this one went viral. And apparently they are still pushing the biggest hoax in history. Take a listen.
The president was asked what he thought had happened. Donald Trump said, and I quote, "There are very fine people on both sides. My God." That's what he said. That is what he said. And what
they have no shame. They are still pushing the hoax of Charlottesville hoax. Well, here it is being debunked.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as you, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
So it is debunked. And you know what's crazy? Even Elon Musk had to step in. Elon Musk says, when Snopes knows it's a hoax, he basically reposts a fact check from Snopes. No, Trump did not call neo-Nazis and white supremacists very fine people, even though this is what the left is trying to push that Trump is saying, oh my God, white supremacists are great. They're very fine people. That's what they have been trying to push. And you saw Joe Biden push that same lie at the DNC, at his speech. Very wild speech to say less. So he posts this. He says, yeah, so Snopes know it's a hoax. This has over 18.6 million views. So that means that when Elon Musk makes a post like this, confirming like, hey, these people are lying, it gets a lot of views. 18 million Americans have ran through this post. Very good thing, I would say. All right, let's go and check in on CNN. How are they handling the Joe Biden speech? Take a listen.
Something else he said on the subject of the economy and the budget. This is something he said about billionaires and tax rates.
we have 1,000 billionaires in America. You know what their average tax rate they pay? 8.2%.
I've called this misleading before. It's still misleading. An expert at the Nonpartisan Tax Policy Center has told me this number is, quote, way too low. Now, he said the average federal tax rate for billionaires is 8.2%. What he doesn't explain is that that number is not an actual tax rate. What it is an alternative calculation from economists in his own administration that factors in unrealized capital gains that are not actually treated as taxable income under current law. Now, there's nothing wrong with using an alternative figure when you explain it, as the White House does, but Biden himself uses it like it's a tax rate under current law. It's not. So what, Jake, what tax rate do billionaires actually pay? A precise figure is not publicly known at the moment, but a study from two well-known economists estimated that the top 400 households paid an average effective tax rate of 23% in 2018, much higher than the president.
Wow. CNN out here fact-checking Joe Biden. They're out here fact-checking Joe Biden. Now, for those who don't know, and breaking news real quick before we go, make sure to smash the like button if you guys can. A newly leaked classified document reveals that Joe Biden and the Harris administration have ordered U.S. forces to begin preparations for nuclear war with North Korea. What? This is trending number one, actually, on X. The president recently issued updated nuclear weapons employment guidance to account for multiple nuclear-armed adversaries, including China and Russia as well. We're on the verge of World War III, and if Trump doesn't win, your kids will be getting drafted into a foreign battlefields to fight more endless wars. This is breaking news. I know this is trending. I wanted to put this out there because this is this is what's going on. Somebody said, what's going on with CNN? Well, CNN is becoming a lot more lenient. I can't tell you to trust them, but they have become a lot more savagery. In another post here from Donald Trump, Kamala Harris backs out of the Fox News debate with Donald Trump. She's apparently scared to debate Trump on the network. This is what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump says, "Comrade, Kamala Harris just informed us that she will not do the Fox News debate on September 4th. I'm not surprised by this development because I feel that she knows it is very difficult at best for her to defend her record-setting flip-flopping on absolutely everything she once believed in, including her statements that there will be no fracking in Pennsylvania and her horrible performance on the border as our border czar," and I quote, "where millions of criminals and people from mental institutions and terrorists have been allowed to pour into our country totally unchecked and unvetted. It's called, and she loves it, the open border. Rather than debate me on September 4th, let me put this on the big screen here so you guys can see. Rather than debate me on the September 4th, I have agreed to do a tell town hall anchored by Sean Hannity for Fox. It will take place in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania." So she's apparently backing out of the debate with Donald Trump on September 4th. She only wants to do liberal networks. She doesn't want to do big time, a big time conservative network, basically. All right, real quick. I think I know why she doesn't want to do it, because if Trump is this sharp right here, as you can see, he's trying to leave, and he does this. If this is the Trump we get during the debates, it's over.
Thank you, everybody, very much.
Thank you for coming. Kamala Harris campaign attacking you for being in his town because they say there are white supremacists here among they're Democrats.
Who was here in 2021? Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about that moment. That was crazy. That was really good. I don't know, man. I gotta say, that was one of the best comebacks for a fake news reporter trying to push a certain narrative that Trump is only going to white supremacist town. Because that's what these liberal news reporters do anyways. They're trying to constantly push this race rhetoric that Trump is an evil, vile person and that he's all about this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, he had that in his pocket for some time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with a bigger and better video. DNC Night 2 is coming up, and Obama is supposed to be speaking. Michelle Obama is supposed to be speaking as well. So that's going to be very interesting. And trust me, we will be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. See you guys on the next one.